Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode we're going to be repairing an NC MX5 race car, so stay tuned. Oh, and if this is the first time you've ever seen me, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Alright, so we've got this car pulled up on the frame machine. We're going to get it clamped down, get it taken apart, and fix all of this damage. This one got hit in the front and the rear. We're going to start in the front by getting all the damaged parts pulled off, and then we'll be pulling the upper rail and the strut tower to measurements, and then we'll be setting on some new parts. When we were getting the door to meet the edge of the fender, the door skin actually separated from the door shell. So we're going to pull this door off, get the lip bent back around so that we can get this door put back on and get all the metal straight. Alright, so we've got the front buttoned up. Let's move to the back and start working on it.
We're going to be doing the initial pull by grabbing the damaged parts and pulling them out, and then we'll take some measurements before we start cutting it apart. Everything measured out, so now we're just going to be cutting off all the damaged parts. So we're using a used quarter panel on this car, and you have to be pretty delicate when you're taking it off not to damage the part that you're trying to reuse. So whenever possible, we try to grind all of the welds from the backside. By grinding through the welds from the backside, it helps to preserve the outer skin that we're trying to reuse. And wherever we can't grind from the backside, we just have to do it the old-fashioned way and drill a hole.
All right, so you saw me using this propane torch on this used quarter panel. Let me turn the camera around, I'll show you what I was doing. So when you're cutting off a used quarter panel on these MX5s, Mazda puts some glue in the wheel opening here, right here, where the quarter panel meets the outer wheelhouse. And if you use the torch, it heats it up. A little bit of heat releases that glue, and it'll make that used quarter panel come off a lot easier. All right, so we've got the damaged quarter panel cut off. We've got the used quarter panel cut off. The floor's cut out. It's all cleaned up pretty much. We have to go over it a little bit better where we're going to be welding it. We also have the new floor panel here that we've got to get trimmed up to fit in there.
We even got Mom out here helping with this car.
All the test fitting looks good and all the measurements measured out. So let's start welding the back end of this thing together.
So right here we're smoothing up the welds to try to make a MIG weld look like a spot weld. And then we'll be taking it off the frame machine.
All right, so we got this NC car on the ground. We've got to fix a few dents in it and get it primed and then get it all jammed in. The inside of the dog legs of the quarter panel, inside the trunk where the floor is, got to jam out the hood and the fender and the core support. So we're gonna get some footage of us getting all that stuff cut in.
Here's the parts we've got cut in. It's the deck lid hinges, the hood, and the fenders. And this is the car all taped up in the booth, ready to be cut in. The floor's all sanded, all the repairs are done, the seam sealer's put on. All that's left to do now is to start spraying. Alright, let's give this thing a look over. It looks really good. This is a tri-coat car, so that means that there's a pure white ground coat with a pearlescent mid coat before you clear it. So everything turned out really good. We're going to let this thing dry overnight and then come back in the morning and start putting it back together. Alright, so we've got it all put back together. All the primer spots are sanded so we can get this thing wrapped. And it looks really good. So we're going to get it loaded up on the trailer, get it back over to OPM where they can do the race setup. And I believe they're going to get it wrapped over there also. I'm over here at OPM checking out this car after we dropped it off. They've already got it wrapped and they're finalizing the stickers in preparation to race. I really do like this Martini livery. It looks great on this car.
Ham and eggs, a day's work for a chicken, a lifetime commitment for a pig.
Alright, so that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, go ahead and subscribe and turn on that bell notification. That way you'll know when the next video comes out. If you have any questions or thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video. See ya! They're for sure going to subscribe now. What, they haven't hit the subscribe button? You haven't hit the subscribe button? Why not? It's right there in the corner. Just hit it. Just hit it. I'll hit it for you.